Alright everyone, thank you for waiting. It's now time for the main event, the roast of a pothead. We have some of San Francisco's funniest comedians here tonight, and we're going to be trashing everyone's favorite dirtbag, the Pothead. So, a few things, guys. It is Bartender Appreciation Month, so buy lots of drinks tonight, because this is way funner if everyone is as wasted as we are. Alright, and there are plenty of empty tables that still have chips up. I know you guys are shy, but people can move up if they want. You don't have to do it as I'm announcing it if that's embarrassing, but we do like having you up close and personal. There won't be any Gallagher shenanigans, so you don't have to worry about that, although Pete tends to spit, so we'll see what happens with that. So, are the girls out of the bathroom? Can I start introducing people now? Yeah, alright, let's get this show started. So, our first comedian is... I gotta get my notes out. Jesus Christ, I'm still recording from the earlier podcast. I would get everybody else organized. Okay. Our first comedian of the night is Brian. Brian. I don't know. How am I gonna do this? How am I doing this? Alright. Okay, I just want you guys to be ready. Just come on up, alright? We got Brian. We got Honey, who has a plane flight. So Honey, get up here. Let's just get this going.
Aaron, come on. Yeah, you.
Honey.
Yeah, right. No, sit in the front. Oh.
Everyone move up, and Honey on stage. After Honey Loquacious, we have Joshua. Yeah, thank you. That'll work. Good enough. All right, we have our Turkish combatant tonight, Kerim. Okay, after that, Filipino gangster, Aldrich. Female contestant, Emily. I don't know why she's contestant. After that, we have... I can't read Pete's handwriting. McLaney? Who's that? Is that... What did you write, Pete? Jesus Christ.
Melanie Conway!
Melanie Conway. Okay, it's in Conway. Jesus Christ, Pete. Trying to do a show here. Next on the list, we have Jamie Ball. Let's keep this going. Enrique Casolla.
Oh, shit!
And the guest of honor, if everyone could pause. He's going to need some focus to walk up on stage. We have our guest of honor, Mr. Pete O'Keefe.
I'm very happy to be here. You guys want to sit? You may sit.
Okay. Can you guys all... Jesus Christ. You're first? You want to just hop up here rather than getting an introduction? We can have Brian. Alright. Let's go ahead and get you up here. You ready to do your stuff? Alright, Brian, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. That was a great introduction. Are you a comic as well? I have heard of you about as much as I've heard of the rest of these people. Not at all. When did you guys decide to have dreams? Because you shouldn't have had dreams. Go back to your day jobs. You're doing something for a living, right? Right? You know, I'm curious about that, actually. tell us. We don't remember your name. Honey Loquacious. Honey Loquacious. He's very straight, by the way. I hit on him and didn't do anything. I'm asking you, what do you do for a living?
I do bicep curls.
You do? No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not going to give you anything.
Except you.
He does nothing for a living. You, sir, you, what do you do? Software engineer. What do you do? You're Jewish, right? You steal money from people. I have a real story about Kerim. I know Kerim. Yes. Like, we were doing a show together, and I was Santa Claus, and he was an elf. A Jewish elf. Right. And so then we were doing the show, and then at some point, Santa Claus, I had to give him money to go buy gifts, because he was the elf. I used real money. He never gave it back. That's not Jewish, man. That's just thievery. Stop degrading the Jewish people by your existence. You, sir, what do you do? Nothing. Do you have a name? No. Do you have a dream? How old are you? Have you gone through life to this point without any direction or any goals whatsoever? Yes. What are you, like 32, 47? What are you?
31.
31, yes. I was very close. Yes. And you've done nothing until now. Well, let me tell you what. Thank you for taking a shower.
Oh, Jesus.
You, ma'am.
Hey, Ryan.
Emily. I know Emily. She's a teacher. Thank you for not making me have to buy daycare. Thank you. You're beautiful. I'm not going to give you a hard time. What's your name? Jamie. Jamie. And what have you done with your life so far?
Well, I work concession at a movie theater.
Okay. Concessions. Who here buys concessions when they're at a movie? One person back there. Yeah. He's financing your existence. You better get your target audience straight, let me tell you. Because I don't buy your $5 popcorn. I really don't. It's just disgusting anyway. You, sir, I love your sunglasses.
Thank you.
I'm glad that you at least make an attempt to be cool.
Thank you.
Your hair is nice too. What's your name?
Enrique.
Okay, I like you, Enrique.
Thank you.
I feel like I like you for some reason. Maybe it's the awkward way that you're sitting or the way you're the way you're wearing a dirty sweatshirt with some sunglasses. It's some nice hair, but I kind of like you. But let me get back to the man of the hour. I don't really know him either. But I know he's supposed to be a pothead, which I assume he tells people just to distract them from his bad facial hair. Let me tell you something. You all know this. I think everybody knows this. Potheads are really boring. It's not something to ascribe to. Potheads are boring. They're happy, but they're boring. Cheech and Chong were boring movies. They really were. I don't know how people could claim that they are anything other than just nothing going on and just filming some two losers for an hour. They're lousy. They're alcoholics are more fun than potheads. They are. They're not fun, but they're more fun than potheads. Potheads are like the Midwestern aunt of drug addicts. I mean, cocaine addicts are fun. What do the potheads do? They just sit there. They all get candy. They eat potato chips. They get fat. Fuck potheads, man. Show me somebody that can stick a needle in their arm, you know? Thank you very much.
Brian Fields, everyone.
Yay.
You know, all I can say about Brian is his mother should have swallowed when she had the chance. Honey Loquacious is coming up next. Honey was conceived in a bathroom. That's where most accidents happen.
Okay, yeah.
You don't think you were an accident? So this was on purpose. Okay. You know, I would probably find you more interesting if I had studied psychology. But anyway, give it up for Honey Loquacious.
Jesus Christ, Keith! I'm crying. That was really insulting. Wow. So my name is Honey Loquacious. How you guys feeling out there? Doing good. I'm feeling good too. After Keith gave me something hard and long to go down on. His bong. So this may sound arrogant, but as attractive as I am, I'm still going through a dry spell. Yeah, it feels like an African drought. It's so bad that I even tried to hook up with a few of these comedians up here. Like Emily Van Dyke. She's bisexual, she likes black men and black women, and she still turned me down. Unfucking believable. She said, this may sound arrogant, but I prefer real black men, not half-ass drag Tina Turner stunt doubles. I always wondered, why real black men? It's probably because she thinks the Black Panther symbol stands for fisting. I don't see you applauding. What are you clapping? Are you clapping with your labia? And she's a college guidance counselor who's bisexual. Aren't high school kids confused enough? You know, just give them a chance. It's okay, sweetheart. You can smile. There you go. For once in your life. Emily, smile. So this next comedian sports his ponytail usually. Just so he's not mistaken for Selena's killer. Enrique Casolla. Enrique hosted the TV show Scared Straight. That's like getting hygiene advice from Keith Swiggart. Or career advice from a registered sex offender. Though, he finally convinced Emily Van Dyke to try Caucasian cock. But I always wondered what sex would be like with Enrique. Or as his wife calls him, Speedy Gonzalez. Probably something like this. Dios mío. That must be a record for me. 30 seconds. Motherfucker. So, this comedian fancies himself the son of a rock star, Mr. Keith Swiggart III. He looks more like the great-great-grandson of Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah. Just come out here. Just stand up. I mean, I'm not saying you're ugly, but it looks like you got hit by a cannonball at a Civil War reenactment. Now, sit the fuck down. What's the difference between Keith Swiggart and Keith Richards? One looks like he spent 67 years shooting coke through his dick. The other is in the Rolling Stones. This young lady has proven that smoking too much sticky can give you a ghetto booty. Melanie Conway. Give it up for Melanie Conway, y'all. Melanie Conway's munchies went straight to her butt cheeks. Her ass is so ghetto, when it claps, it kills innocent bystanders. Your ass is so ghetto, Aldrich thinks he's from there. And when I first met her, her back was to me, so I just saw her butt and I thought she was a black girl. Then I saw her dance. And I thought she looked like one of the Taliban puppets from Team America. Fuck that hat. So, this comic looks permanently stoned. No, wait, he's just has advanced Down syndrome. Kerim Harmanci! It's a shame him and I can't procreate. We make cute little niglets. Moving on. This next comic, he don't speak English too good. Mr. Aldrich Teruel. Sweetheart, you're as black as I am a black woman. And I also struggled with an identity crisis. I didn't know if I was gay or straight. But now I like to consider myself hetero flexible. You can't now unsee that. And I want you to understand me, so I'll speak louder. The only way you'll feel black on the inside is in a San Quentin prison shower. Or just see me in an hour. All right, so Pete O'Keefe the Pothead. Let's hear it for Pete O'Keefe the Pothead. Congratulations for having the least amount of glaucoma. Pete is so... I've heard this pothead tell the same joke so many times, I'm now racist. Pete smokes so much weed, he forgets his punchlines. It's not funny. Pete thought the iPhone app Grindr was a pot accessory. He smoked so much pot there was only a few states that he could be legally cremated in. He can't be a racist pothead because his best dealers are black. Thank you very much. My name is Loquacious.
Wasn't that just unnerving? Give it up for Honey Loquacious, everyone. Alright, our next comedian has done a lot for the Jews by not being one of them. Josh Doan.
Okay, I thought we'd start tonight with the man of honor. So, Pete O'Keefe. He does like to ride the Green Highway. He does occasionally fly THC Airlines. But did you know Pete is one of the hardest working comedians I've ever met? Did you know that Pete was voted Comedy Central's 2011 most winningest comic? Did you guys know that? Did you know that Pete gives 100% of all his comedy money to Doctors Without Borders? You know, he volunteers 3 nights a week at the local shelter. This is all true. Now, Keith, you probably didn't think I saved this. This is an article from 2010 Oakland Tribune. It says here, local comedian Pete O'Keefe saves starving orphan from bear attack. He never brings it up. He doesn't talk about it. He's just a humble guy. He's just a good dude. That's all there is to it. Honey Loquacious. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Honey Loquacious. So what can I say that you don't already know? Graduate Brown University and Yale Law School.
Oh, okay.
In addition to being a lawyer and a comedian, she is a prominent women's rights activist. And she was the first black president of the Women's Leadership Coalition. Honey is one of those outstanding people you meet so rarely in life that just never stops leading. Round of applause for Honey Loquacious one more time. Emily Van Dyke. Emily graduated from Ball State University with a degree in art education. Not too shabby. When Emily decided to get a degree in art education, her parents thought she was crazy. But this little girl from Muncie, Indiana, would go on to change the landscape of art forever. She received the French Legion of Honor in 2002, the Golden Laurel of the Polish Academy of Literature in 2005, and in 2008 she was awarded the prestigious Order of Polonia Restituta very prestigious honor. Emily died in Paris at the age of 75. Moment of silence for Emily. Oh my God, Enrique Casolla. Is that right? Enrique Casolla? Is that how I say that? The history of the United States is incomplete without the inclusion of the story of Mexican Americans. Mexican Americans are often called the forgotten people because of their lack of inclusion in history books. Think about that. When they are included, they're often portrayed in either negative light or as a caricature or a stereotype. This is fucked up. Which only adds to the lack of understanding about Mexican Americans. Mexican Americans represent a very large and important part of our society. So let's give a big round of applause for Enrique Casolla. How do you say Aldrich Teruel? Who is that? Is that you? Have you guys heard of the children of Woolpit? The Green Children of Woolpit were two children who appeared in the village of Woolpit in the 12th century. The children were brother and sister, had green-colored skin. Their appearance was normal in all other areas. They spoke an unrecognizable language and refused to eat anything other than pitch from bean pods. Eventually, their skin lost its green color. When they learned English, they explained they were from the land of St. Martin, which was a dark place because the sun never rose far above the horizon. They claimed they were tending their father's herd and followed a river of light when they heard the sound of bells, finding themselves in the Woolpit. Some of the unusual theories proposed for the origin of the children were that they were hollow earth children, parallel dimension children, or extraterrestrial children. So that's weird. Keith Swiggart III, Jamie Thomas Ball, and Kerim Harmanci? Just a great bunch of folks, really. You guys are the fucking best. Give it up for all those people I just talked about. Melanie Conway Brewer. Melanie accepted my friend request on Facebook today. Her Facebook page doesn't say if she's single or not, so I guess she likes to play games. Melanie has over 600 pictures of herself on Facebook. I looked at them all today many, many times. And what can I say? Whoop, she just blocked me. It's a little confusing. Mixed messages here. It's a complicated relationship. Thanks, Jim. Brian Fields. What can I say? Ladies, if you're looking for a buddy, Brian's a fantastic lady buddy. He's like a walking friend zone, basically. He's not a pedophile. I don't think he's a pedophile. I don't know that he's not, but I've certainly never heard anything to indicate he is one. So he's probably not a pedophile. So that's good. He's one of the smartest, funniest comedians I've ever met. People tell me he's less creepy than he used to be. So that's a hell of a thing, less creepy. That's a positive thing. So to sum it up, fantastic lady buddy, probably not a pedophile, less creepy. Give it up for Brian Fields. Thank you very much.
One more time for Josh Doan. That felt like a book report. So this next comedian, he has something to be proud of. He was the first one in his family to be born without a tail. You have the perfect face for a totem pole. Give it up for Kerim Harmanci. Thanks, Keith Swiggart III.
God, glad you guys came out tonight for this nice little roast we have going on here. Let me start by giving a warm welcome to Honey Loquacious, who, not even the gayest bear alive, in the zoological sense. Yogi would be called dead, reaching his little paw in the syphilitic beehive for some of that honey. Even Smokey the bear thinks you're too flaming to go near. You look like a skinny white burner who spent too much time on the playa. This might go and meander into some bad word territory. Not that bad. But no, I love Honey Loquacious, and yeah, I do. But I'm gonna move on to the next person I was on Facebook today, Melanie Conway Brewer, who she's a great gal. The first time I ever, found out about her, I asked somebody, do you know who Melanie is? And the gal was like, she's the one with the gigantic tits. She also lives in Berkeley, so when she's hugging trees, it looks like she's giving a boob job to the giving tree. Or an ent from Lord of the Rings. She is married, so I will respect her boundaries. God, I would respect her boundaries so much. Oh my God. Keith Swiggart the third. Not many people know this, but he is the third. It's like Keith Swiggarts are like Russian nesting dolls. Each one getting smaller and runtier than the previous one. If Keith decided to father a Keith Swiggart the fourth, it'd be a fucking cicada. I mean, let's face it. He's the chicken to his girlfriend's waffle. And I'm happy if he's happy. But black women love him because he's so submissive that he makes a yoga mat look like Genghis Khan. Emily Van Dyke, nice lady. I don't know you very well, but she is a teacher. Obviously, she doesn't teach a class on how not to have a giant nose. I am the Wizard of Schnoz people, and she jokes about that in her. Anyway, her nose is like a double-barreled fleshlight, is all I'm saying. She's been reviewing my Facebook friend request for 3 months, so I don't know it's true. I don't know what niceties I can spill out here. It's still under review. I'm guessing that just finished it though. Aldrich Teruel, for a piece of shit Filipino hat-wearing bro from Vallejo, Aldrich has done pretty well for himself. His girlfriend is so out of his league that I'm pretty sure she has a cock, which would explain why he's always hobbled and on pain medication. He just turned 30. When I found out he got bad medical news, which I'm sad about. They found a lumpia on his scrotum. Filipino. Jon Doan, another great white guy. He looks like what would happen if Dr. House fucked an anorexic snowman. Enrique Casolla. He just celebrated his 12th anniversary with his wife, who had just passed her 13th year of being in a coma. He's such a Cuban gangsta that on job resumes he describes himself as bilingual. They call him the hedgehog of comedy. He looks like Ron Jeremy, but hung like Sonic. Jamie Ball. From what I could gather, he's from Pacifica, works as a concession person at a movie theater, went to community college. Why he's not the biggest stoner here, I have no idea what he's doing with his life, but his ears are very spiky and he looks like an elf. I mean, it's not mean, but true. Look at Brian Fields. Just look at him. What a fucking drunk. He thought he had a kidney stone recently. It turned out to be a cocktail olive. Every day for him is an alcohol day. When mosquitoes bite him, they end up flying away and fucking the ugliest mosquito in the room. And finally, Peter O'Keefe. Pete O'Keefe is an amazing man, people. You know, if I had a daughter and she told me she wanted to be Pete's girlfriend, I would happily give her to him. After first shooting her in the head for being such an idiot. But Pete is so high, he wouldn't even know the difference. He smoked so much pot, he forgot he needed someone to roast, so we ended up having to pick him. But I love Pete. You know, I love Pete as much as Pete loves to sit in his car, roll joints, and jerk off into his glove compartment, which is filled with more semen than Honey Loquacious' large intestine. He's such a lazy pothead that he sold 3 pints of plasma to afford a Roomba for his car. He looks like a giant man monkey, like Curious George after the man with the yellow hat forced him to make a living turning tricks for an occasional pot brownie. He's such a poor pothead that once I saw him driving around the Castro picking up penis pumps from gutters turned into bombs. That's right, his breath smells like cock recently sucked by Matthew McConaughey. That's it, give it up for Pete, everybody.
Alright, our next comedian of the night. I wrote a bunch of jokes about this guy. It was really easy, he was a gangster, Filipino, whatever. But at this point, I think his hat speaks for itself. Go ahead and give it up for Aldrich Teruel.
Give it up for Keith, y'all. Right? Great job. I've never seen him be funny on stage, ever. Keith dresses like he was successful for only one thing in life. Failure. Your girlfriend here?
Yeah.
Cool. She saw the sign. Keep your dog puzzled. Oh my god, there's a drag queen here. Honey Loquacious. You are so cute.
Thank you.
If only I owned you and let you serve me dinner. Let's be real. Let's be real. She wouldn't even be allowed in the house. Honey likes to pretend that she's black, but she's so white I caught Brian in the bathroom trying to snort her. On his knees. At least that's what I thought he was doing. It's awfully a lot of back and forth head motion there, bro. Joshua is here. He's so racist he actually mistakes Honey for being a black guy. Believe me, bro. He's white. Black people aren't supposed to be that happy. Don't worry, I hid my wallet just in case he was black. Sorry. Actually, Pete's more blacker than you, because he actually gets calls from collection agencies on behalf of dispensaries. Kerim's here. Thank you, Kerim, for coming out tonight and showing Emily Van Dyke what a butch Jewish lesbian's supposed to look like. Kerim, am I pronouncing that correctly? Kerim. Kerim. Jewish word for unibrow. Kerim, you look like you're one chromosome away from not being retarded. Kerim, you look like a poster child for botched abortions. Josh, I don't know why you're laughing. You look like a poster child for birth control. Kerim, I don't know how your parents could stand you. Shit, if I was your dad, your bath toy would be a fucking hairdryer. What am I saying? If I was his dad, I'd be talking to Discovery Channel, negotiating the rights to the episode of I Shouldn't Be Alive. Botched abortions / dumpster baby. Speaking of dumpster babies, Melanie and Emily are here. Only 2 reasons we have 2 women on this show is Pete said he wanted some hot girl on the show, and the rule is 2 5s always equal 1 10. Emily Van Dyke, if you can't tell, is a lesbian. gives the phrase, crazy cat lady, a new meaning. Emily Van Dykes eats more pussy. I'm sorry. No. I have no problem with that. Emily Van Dyke has had more pussy in her mouth than an Asian family for dinner. Emily Van Dyke eats so much pussy, she coughs up hairballs. Was wondering what Emily Dyke was doing here tonight, then I realized she's here to make Honey look fuckable. Emily, I don't care what anybody says, you are the funniest dude up here. Melanie, whose tits are so big, I want to motorboat them. But just not. You're right, sorry, that's not funny. You're right, that's not funny. I want to motorboat the fuck out of his titties. Alright, Melanie, be careful when you leave the show. I recently heard there were attacks around this area. Rapists might actually walk up to you and make you wear his mask. Take Pete with you before you leave because it's a true story. Last week he actually saved a woman from being attacked. Emily turned around and decided to rape someone more attractive. Speaking of rape, Jesus is here. I mean, Enrique. Enrique's outfit screams, I got fucked in prison. While there, he tweeted, I always play drop the soap, like it was a fun game to smear the queer. Hashtag that you can't catch me. When Enrique gets high, his nickname is Baked Beaner. Give it up for Enrique, y'all. He just celebrated 7 years with a significant other, correct? 12 years.
6 married, 12 together.
12 together. Oh, wow. Give it up for him. 12. 12. They celebrated by watching their wedding video. When the priest read the vows, he asked, Inmate 20563, do you take inmate 975643 to have and to hold, for better or for worse, for rich or poor, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish, from this day forth, for 25 years to life with no chance of parole. I don't ever smoke weed with Enrique because he smokes shitty weed. Literally shitty weed. He just brought it over to the border from his asshole. Brian, great job up here, dude. But you're a fucking dick, dude. You're a fucking dick. I've never seen a dick that fucked up since Honey's botched fucking circumcision. Alright, on that note, on to the man of the hour, Pete O'Keefe. Pete looks like Adam Levine, retarded. Pete is the prime example of why I don't ever give money to homeless people. Honestly, he makes more money than me. He works from home and he gets to be high while on the job. Pete is so homeless, why don't you just fucking do what Enrique did? Rob someone. That way you get a place to live, free room and board, and maybe find love like he did. Why is a roach clip called a roach clip?
Why?
Because Pete's racist and he calls Honey whatever the fuck he wants.
That doesn't even make sense.
Pete is a stoner. He's such a stoner he washes his bong more than he does his penis. Pete O'Keefe is living proof that smoking weed doesn't make you stupid because he's already fucking retarded. And lastly, Pete O'Keefe and weed go together so well, like Enrique and chiclets. Alright, on that note, they always say, only roast the ones you love, but I'm living proof that whoever said that was full of fucking shit. I just want to thank Pete for having me up here, all the comics, thank you for a great time. For everybody out here, thank you for coming through. And to that I say, to sex, drugs, and rock and roll. To speed, weed, and birth control, life's a bitch, and then you die. So fuck the world, let's all get high.
Aldrich Teruel, everyone. That was his, he's part of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We had an essay contest to be on this show. Aldrich took 7. You know, when I booked Aldrich on this, I didn't realize English was his 4th language. But seriously, Aldrich has more talent in his little finger than his big finger. Alright, guys. We're going to go ahead and take an intermission now, because our pothead needs to smoke, and everyone needs to... Yeah, we're taking... Oh, yeah, honey doesn't want an intermission. But we're going to take an intermission. Everyone, flood, make your bartender busy. As I said, it was Bartender Appreciation Month. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. And thanks for sticking around. Are we missing anyone? Yeah, we're missing people. This intermission idea might not have been the best thing at the roast of a pothead. I don't know if that was 10 minutes or not. What is going on? Honey has to be in charge of everything. What is your hat says "Got Diva"?
Including our sex life. I'm on top tonight.
Okay, who is missing? We got one person. Aldrich. Emily, you're up.
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay. You know, with Emily, I'll always cherish the initial misconceptions I had about Emily. Emily is a nature lover, which is odd because of what it did to her. But really, my middle finger gets a boner every time I see her. Give it up for Emily Van Dyke.
Hey everyone, I would like to just acknowledge the fact that it's a completely retarded idea to have a roast in San Francisco. No one likes making fun of anyone here. Can we all acknowledge that? Yeah. Also, everyone here, I know you looked at my Facebook page, even though I'm not friends with you on Facebook. I'm not a teacher, I'm a college counselor, which you're obviously not fucking familiar with. Stupid ass. When I was asked to do this roast, I said yes, but now that I'm here, I'm not even sure which pothead I'm supposed to roast. I assume it's you, because you're on the high stool. So fucking stupid. I don't watch a lot of TV, I don't watch a lot of comedy because I have a full-time job. Ridiculous. I took some notes. I feel like it's weird when other potheads roast a pothead, you know? It's like the blind roasting the blind. And Helen Keller would never do this shit. Because she's overcome obstacles and she's a nice woman. It's ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. I don't know any of you very well, but I'm about to go off on all of you. Fuck, man. First off, let me just clear this up. My name is Emily Van Dyke, right? I'm not a lesbian, even though my name is Van Dyke. I know it's very confusing. I'm bisexual, and I know that you think that all bisexuals are confused, but I'm not confused. I have fucking amazing credit, and I've read way more books than every fucking one of you. Yes! Unbelievable. Let me start off first with Aldrich. This motherfucker in the hat. I'm sorry, maybe you got lost on your way to the San Mateo Mall. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be trolling for teenagers right now. You are the singular reason why girls ages 18 to 25 should be getting the HPV vaccination. That's a virus. That's a fucking Freudian slip. Honey Loquacious.
How's it going? Come on, Brewer.
First off, Loquacious, really? I do have to hand it to you, you're the first black man that's ever made me Google a word. On dictionary.com, loquacious means gabby or talkative, which means you are a true woman because you are sticky and you won't shut the fuck up. I don't know anybody else. You're all strangers. Okay. This is Rockman. He's the black guy underneath this costume. Okay. What's gonna happen now? Now I have to make fun of black people. This is a
It's fine.
This is where the opposite of reparation happens. You guys want to hear me make fun of Rockman? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I date a lot of black guys, but I have a hard time keeping them straight. And let me tell you a story about that. One time, I was at the Red Box with one black guy, and I was like, hey, you remember when we watched that Samuel L. Jackson movie of, we found out that Samuel L. Jackson at the end was fucking his daughter, and he was like, no. And I'm like, no, we definitely watched that movie of Samuel L. Jackson where at the end he was fucking his daughter, and he was like, no, that was another black guy, and it was. And it wasn't Samuel L. Jackson, it was Denzel Washington. I would like to roast the actual pothead because when I get a job description, I'm a fucking professional and I do the job, alright? Let me just talk about how much I fucking hate potheads. Number one, potheads are ridiculous. Every one of you motherfuckers has a podcast, and let me tell you right now that nobody is listening to it. You guys listen to any of these motherfuckers' podcasts? No. Even your mom stopped listening after the second time because they were so overwhelmed with disappointment. Stop podcasting. No one is subscribing. Next page. There are two types of potheads in this world. There is the first pothead, and that guy goes to work, and he fucking is a software engineer, and he fucking makes money, and he saves things in his savings account for his two favorite things, which are his Asian girlfriend and slacklining. Right? And then there's Pete O'Keefe. You're the second kind of pothead. This motherfucker can't even be bothered with shaving his beard. I've never been to your apartment, but I already know what it looks like. You guys know what it looks like too, right? This motherfucker probably rents a converted laundry room with poor ventilation and a sloping floor. It's concrete. He's got some fucking pot leaf beads that lead into his room, and he's got a blanket of Scarface with a pimple laying on his bed. And a bong with nasty ass bong water, and you're always trying to get somebody to drink it, and nobody wants to fucking drink your beer. Shit is ridiculous. So that's Pete's apartment. I didn't even know that Pete O'Keefe was a comic. I thought he was just like some fucking runaway kid that hung out on Haight Street. You probably got like a really loving family, and they're so worried about you, and you're so oppressed by their worry that you thought you would run away and hula hoop? You're fucking stupid. Call your mom. Pete is the kind of guy that walks into a room and he's always got a backpack. What's in your backpack, Pete? We know it's not school supplies. I bet inside your backpack is another backpack full of weed. And this whole fucking show is a ploy to get every one of you motherfuckers to buy Pete's old-ass weed he's trying to get rid of. He's got a fucking pound of swag that he's trying to unload on this audience afterwards, and I don't want you to fucking give in because he is a fucking dealer. Everybody knows. When I walk into a room and Pete O'Keefe is in there, it smells like a fucking ceramics class at Berkeley Community College. I fucking hate potheads as a college counselor because I meet you guys when you're like 15 and you think you're going to go to Barcelona and write your memoir, you're not. Don't be sad. Somebody's got to say something, right? If you see something, you say something. I know that those 15-year-old potheads, they fucking grow up and they don't have any goddamn money, but they always have weed. Are you guys talking? Are you talking during this? I know, seriously, I'm about to get all Miss Van Dyke on your ass. Or as they like to call me, Miss BD. I hate how potheads never have money, but they always have weed. Never lend a pothead money because they will always try to pay you back in weed. That's fucked up, man. Like, I'll be like, hey, Pete, you got that $20 you owe me? Like, no, but I got some trees. Like, motherfucker. This is not currency, right? So true. So true. I don't have anything to say about anyone else. I legitimately do not know. I know you. You're a fucking nice-ass guy. I want to say some racist-ass shit about Mexicans or whatever. I don't know. Maybe you double-parked in front of this show. He's not even Mexican. He's Cuban, but he's still smiling. He's like, I'll do it. I'll take it to the live people. I don't know. Who the fuck are you? You have been totally. You haven't been attacked all night. I don't know. That's been my time. Thank you guys very much. I have
about Pete. He paid me to do this, indeed. And that actually is true. Emily used to have hair all the way down her back, and I'm not talking about the hair on her head. Yeah, I fell flat. Boo. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, let's just skip that, and then, Jesus, Pete. All right, only a pothead would book the two women back to back. All right. Melanie, Conway, she's the reason that women only earn 75 cents on the dollar. Oh, the crowd hates me. It's because I'm a drunk at the roast of a pothead. Another pothead mistake of booking me as the host. Anyway, give it up for Emily Van Dyke. Whoa, Jesus! Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna take a drink again. Thank you, Rockman. Or you're hunting now. Are you hunting or Rockman right now? Okay. We'll talk about it in the alleyway after. Anyway, this is Melanie Conway.
Thank you. Thank you, Keith. Keith, thanks for being a great host. You look like the picture of Kevin Bacon after he was in a really horrific car accident. And Jamie Ball, you look like the picture of Keith after he was in a horrific car accident. Sorry, I was running a little late tonight. tonight, but I had to shave my legs because I was wearing a dress on stage, and it was the first time I shaved my legs since my wedding. But Honey Loquacious, he shaves his legs way more often than that because he gets paid for it. He does a lot of things for money that I used to do for free. Well, I had to use my husband's beard trimmer before I could use a razor on my legs. So it took me about 2 hours. But Honey, he dresses up like a slut for a night and runs marathons, and he gets paid for it. And I used to do that for free, but it wasn't a marathon. I think they called it a train. I'm not sure.
You got one.
I like it. Aldrich, you're gonna be Aldrich. Oh, there you are. You're gonna be a really successful comedian because everybody loves laughing at like chubby androgynous Asians. Well, I do. Emily, I'm not gonna make fun of you because I'm a feminist. But if everybody's last name represented their sexual orientation, then I think Aldrich's last name would also be Aldrich Van Dyke. It was like Margaret Cho.
Margaret Cho. That's good.
Yeah, on vacation. Enrique, I don't really know what to say about you, but I feel like you're one of those guys that really peaked in high school. In Cuba. Josh is hiding over here. Is that blonde guy? Do you guys remember that girl Julie, who was the Mormon on Real World? I don't really have to say anything, right? That's what she looks like. After she went crazy and chopped her hair off. Okay, Josh, are you from Utah? Okay. Kerim, where are you? I have nothing bad to say about you. You're so sweet and funny and smart and nice. I'd really like to be your friend. I bet you hear that from a lot of women. Brian, I don't really have much to say about you, except I feel like, you know how people are attracted to people that are similar to them? I feel like Brian dates a lot of girls that have low T. Low T. Low testosterone. Anyways, like many people, Pete the Pothead moved to California so he could get a prescription to get weed legally. But unlike many people, he didn't have to lie about having a mental illness to get his prescription. He was so stoned when he was organizing this event that he forgot to book any funny people. These comics. Okay, it's true. Nobody knows who any of us are, but at least we have day jobs to support us. Unlike Pete, he looks like a fucking hobo. Wait, you are a hobo. Pete forgot that he went to college for 4 years. He smokes so much weed. He has a degree. He could probably get a real job, actually. Well, yeah, I'm trying to be nice up here. The only job he could get is riding a bicycle for those people that go in those like stupid carriage rides and Embarcadero. That's the only reason he's not fat, because of all the motions he's smoking that weed. We're gonna let that sign pass. Pete's homeless. Pete's homeless. Pete is homeless. Okay? He looks like a hobo, but he actually is homeless, so don't laugh forgot that he went to college for 4 years, and that he could actually get a degree. You know, like most of us do up here. Have actual jobs. Pete smokes so much weed, he makes Drew Barrymore look like a genius in 50 First Dates. Remember that one? She has to like be reminded of her life every day that she makes up. Except Pete doesn't have anybody that cares about him as much to like retire. I thought I heard Pete coughing outside of my bedroom window this morning, but it was actually my 80-year-old neighbor that has lung cancer and COPD. Pete O'Keefe smokes so much weed, he inspired the infamous gangsta rapper Chief O'Keefe to change his name. No, Chief Keef to change his name to Chief O'Keefe. Sorry, I had 2 whiskey and a ginger ale. To change his name to Chief O'Keefe for street cred, because Pete smokes so much weed. Pete smokes so much weed because he needs to forget all the women he couldn't fuck because of the whiskey dick that he has every night. Because he's also an alcoholic. So, I don't know if you knew that about him. Doctors prescribed Pete to drink a gallon of milk every day, or else he would literally just be a walking cloud of smoke because he smokes so much weed. That's all I have to say about Pete. Give it up for Pete, everybody.
Conway, everyone. She tried. I almost feel bad about that one. Our next comedian. This guy. Apparently no one is going to make fun of him. So I'm going to. Jamie. You know, you've done a lot for the Jews, despite not being one of them. Did I do that one? God damn it. This fucking stupid app. I fucking hate it. I didn't have a pen and I have to use this goddamn app. Copy myself. Okay, how about this? I know, plagiarize. It's a good joke. It's worth it. I'm a pothead. I expected the crowd to be a pothead. His birth certificate was an apology letter. When Jamie was a baby, his favorite bathtub toys were a toaster and an iron.
Did you get these at donrickles.com?
Okay, I'm just gonna give up. Jamie Ball.
Thank you and good evening, my chubby-faced angel babies. Now, I know this is a roast, and I'm supposed to sling insults at all the comics on the Dais, but I need to talk about my fucking day at work this morning. Now, before I begin, if you go to Starbucks, and your order takes more than 8 steps to make, you're a fascist cunt, and everything you do and say makes this fucking planet worse. I work at a cafe in a movie theater, which, by the way, Aldrich, is located in a colony of the Philippines called Daly City. We serve Starbucks coffee, but that doesn't mean I know every drink this god-awful chain invented. This dick whistle came up to my counter. Excuse me, can I get a grande quad decaf, non-fat, skinny cinnamon vanilla latte with extra foam? Would you like me to come in your mouth as well? Because that's the gayest shit anyone's ever fucking ordered from me! And no, I'm not just saying gay to be an ass. asshole. I'm talking 1980s, bathhouse with the lights out, bareback fuck till we die of AIDS. Okay. And by the way, what the fuck is quad decaf? You want 4 shots of espresso without the magic shit that makes coffee worth drinking? That is beyond retarded. And no, I'm not saying retarded to be an asshole. I'm talking Velcro Disney shoes, monkey face Down syndrome, eat your Cheerios with apple juice instead of milk. Retarded. Pete, I don't know how to make fun of you, dog. I'm completely sympathetic to the cause. Weed is the only thing that keeps me from beating strangers lifeless with a flaming trash can. Can I get a fucking witness? Anyway, fuck this. And now that Colorado has legalized weed completely, you may never see my vampiric ass again. You have no idea how hard it's been trying to get a card from one of my doctors. The last talk I had with my shrink was infuriating.
Now, Jamie, studies have shown that marijuana slowly deteriorates the corpus callosum, which controls the brain's hemispheres. But tell me, why do you think you need marijuana?
Doc, if I stay sober, I sleep 2 hours a night and live on cigarettes and fruit juice. I'm 1 card short of losing my goddamn mind. And I couldn't give 3 chubby fucks if it turns my brain to shrimp scampi. But I'm just as sick of my dumb stoner friends telling me why this shit shouldn't be legalized.
Dude, if the federal government gets their hands on pot, they're gonna regulate the fuck out of it, man. Then the shit's not gonna be as strong.
I call shenanigans. First of all, Amsterdam weed is legal and it's the strongest shit on the planet. Second, think of alcohol. You ever drink half a bottle of Jack and think, you know what? This whiskey's alright, but I'd kill for something stronger. No, what you're probably thinking is, you know what? I'm gonna pull my dick out of that and do an interpretive dance for the ladies. What was that you said about potheads being boring? Fuck you, Brian. And fuck you, Emily Van Dyke, for laughing the hardest at my occupation. You haven't heard that than any joke I'm gonna tell tonight. That was so fucking, like, bureaucratic. This peasant. Thank the stars I have health insurance. Fucking asshole. Speaking about alcoholism, Melanie, Conway, everybody. Way to make fun of stoners and be too drunk to realize you repeated the same joke twice. 4 years in college, and 4 years in college. Aside from that, I deliberately didn't write this roast style, because I'm not an insult comic, and I really couldn't damage their self-esteem more than society does on a regular fucking basis. Especially this Rick Moranis looking motherfucker. Oh my god, I spilled a drink. I'm so sorry, folks. Fuck that. So instead, I'm gonna end on something tasteful and show these comics what it means to tell a fucking joke. As you get older, do you find it hard not being a cynical prick to every fuckface you meet? Cause it's becoming an issue for me. Look, I know I'm not smart. I'm clever. There's a huge fucking difference. But I'm so arrogant, I can't help but shit on every conversation I have with nice people. I used to work at a fried food stand. Yeah, my work history is glamorous. Fuck all of you upper-class Frisco people. I live in a dilapidated beach shack of a town. I've still got more integrity than you fucks. That being said, I was way too high and forgot what the hell I was talking about. That's how you tell a joke. That's how you tell a joke. Exactly. This is roasting the pothead after all. So I used to work at a fried food stand. I remember. Who saw that coming? I used to work at a fried food stand, and one night as we were closing, my boss shared this crazy idea he had for a new restaurant he wanted to open. It was a hot dog joint, but all the ingredients were based on international cuisine. Each hot dog represented a different food culture. He wanted to call it Hot Dog Republic. Wing around the world. I thought that was fucking awesome. So we spent the next 30 minutes dishing out this menu. We had a Sonoran hot dog, bacon wrapped sausage with pinto beans and jalapenos. We had a Tokyo dog, Kobe beef topped with unagi and wasabi mayo. Stoner's fucking paradise. Everything was going great until he said, "Hey man, we could have a Nelson Mandela dog." Oh, he's died. Oh, he's 94. He's had a full fucking life. Let me get to the punchline. What the hell is a Nelson Mandela dog? An empty wrapper with "Go fuck yourself" written in Sharpie? The dude spent most of his adult life starving in a jail cell. What do you think he'd say if he knew about this? "They did not give me proper food in prison, you ignorant motherfucker. I don't even know what a hot dog looks like. This is bullshit." Better yet, a Mandela dog should be a coupon for a free hot dog, but you don't get to redeem it for another 30 fucking years! That was an apartheid joke in case you're stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. If anyone needs me after the show, I'll be blowing money Loquacious and be ready to start first.
Jamie Ball, everyone. Jamie, do you ever wonder what life would have been like if you would have had enough oxygen at birth? Our next comic recently made his TV debut on Cops. He's a gangster, man. He's been a gangster since birth. He had on his incubator, he had tinted windows. God damn it, that was my best joke. Enrique, you look like a life-size homie doll. Seriously, man, if you ever need a friend, or, someone that loves you, just cares about you, just get a pit bull or something. Alright, Enrique Casolla.
Thank you. I'm a little short for the podium. 65 inches, baby. Oh, shit. Just like to share all the songs with you guys. Now, you know what? I was thinking I was on the way here earlier, and I was like, I heard this song come on. They just played it earlier when we were all hanging out for intermission, and it was 2 Chainz. All my niggas look rich as fuck. And I thought for tonight it would be all these comics look ripped as fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna get it started. Honey Loquacious. We got Honey Loquacious here, and I know she prefers joints because she likes sucking on little white things. The thing about Honey though is like, where else are you gonna get an ass that tight for a 20-sack and a couple of non-alcoholic drinks? This bitch parties so hard that when she farts, cum from the night before drips out of her ass. I would bet money on the fact that she's handled more black dicks than Lisa Lampanelli.
That's a lot.
Gross. Emily Van Dyke. I never heard a pretty girl talk so much about not getting fucked. It couldn't be her award-winning attitude.
Maybe if she closed her mouth and opened her legs once in a while, somebody could sneak one in. Emily's anti-marijuana, which I think is weird too, because it's not like being a functioning alcoholic's all that much healthier. I just hope that the little kid she worked with doesn't find the flask in her desk, you know? And, you know what I was going to say, though? You might want to investigate your family tree, because that chin you got, the only person I think you have inherited it from is Jay Leno. You heard that one before?
Jesus, guys.
Aldrich Teruel. Aldrich has to be the tallest Filipino in fucking world's history. You might want to think about a career change. So I know you like basketball, you can be like the Shaquille O'Neal of the Philippines. You know, it's too bad they don't make weed and hash in pill form, because then Aldrich should just have one really bad drug habit. Keith Swiggart, ladies and gentlemen, our host. Keith looks like the poster child for pro-choice. Dude looks like a serial killer, like a stone serial killer that murders boxes of Fruit Loops and Captain Crunch. Keith should really step up his comedy game, though, because right now the only catchphrase he's known for is, "Can I bum a cigarette?" Kerim Harmanci. This guy, he's got to be high, because I don't think I've ever seen him go through a whole set without forgetting what the fuck he was talking about. The only other thing I know about him is that masturbation is real high on his priority list. And the only reason I know that is because his Facebook profile is a bottle of lotion. Jamie Ball. You know, I don't really know Jamie, but it says on his profile that he likes men and women. And after I see him face to face, I can see why. Because he's got to get it wherever, whenever, from whoever.
I approve. No, that was a good joke.
His mom used to have to write notes to all his school teachers to let them know that he wasn't in costume. He just looks like that all the time. Brian Fields, I just met for the first time tonight. Oh, there he is. And all I know about him is that he looks like an out-of-work actor. And he's got to be high, because most of the pictures he has on his profile are of the ground or his own boots. And now we all know after the night that he's a drunk, too. Melanie Conway Brewer. She likes to go by Melanie Conway when her husband's not around, so. She's a Red Sox fan, though, you know? She dresses her dog like an A's fan, which I thought was weird. I think it's just so that when she beats the shit out of it, she don't feel so bad. She's a white girl walking around Oakland with a German Shepherd, which is, I don't know if it's just to remind people of civil rights movement or maybe she has a German Shepherd just to help her sniff her dope stash out. She said she hates San Francisco Giants fans more than Yankee fans. And I was a little bit offended by that, but then I thought about the fact that she had to move from her shitty little town to Oakland, California for an upgrade. Joshua Doan called me Mexican like most white people do. But don't trip, we do the same with y'all, Scottish, Irish, English, whatever, it's all white, right? All right, my man Pete O'Keefe, the man of the hour.
Yeah.
Pete's such a stoner that not only is 420 representative of his lifestyle, but also his credit score. Pete gave me a ride the other day in his truck, and about 3 stoplights into it, he had to ask me if he had stopped at the 3 previous lights. And then he tried to start the car again while it was still running. You know, the thing about Pete is that he smokes really shitty weed. And I know that reminds you of home and all, but you live in California now, man. You gotta upgrade, you know? And no matter how much weed you smoke, it's never gonna make you forget how trashy and racist your parents are. So you gotta just embrace it. Keep it to yourself and move into a trailer park. You know? A lot of moans and groans. Pete smoked so much weed, if he quit smoking tomorrow, he put a drug cartel out of business. A lot of people say pot is a gateway drug, but I think Pete has proven that it's a gateway to homelessness. Pete failed a piss test the other day, but not because it came back positive, because it came back tie-dyed. Anyway, that's my time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Enrique, everyone.
Yeah!
Enrique doesn't know the meaning of the word quit. And that's, you know, he doesn't know the meaning of most words. That was the joke that I replaced that Jew joke earlier with. I was improvising for you people, and I got hated for it. Alright. That can I bum a smoke thing, that's true though. I said all the time, and if anyone can give me a cigarette later. Anyway, let's move on to our guest of honor tonight, Mr. Pete O'Keefe. Yeah! Yeah! The only thing that Pete makes are mistakes and bong water. You know, I hang out with Pete a lot, and he's always lost in thought. It's just unfamiliar territory to him. It's a lame joke, but you know, filled up the stuff. Pete, where did you get your haircut? Sam's Fresh Barber Shop? Oh God. Let's see. I got anything else? Here. All right. You know what Pete looks like? Pete looks like if John Cusack and Joan Cusack had an inbred retarded son. Thank you. Mr. Pete O'Keefe. Wow, let's hear it for our host Keith with his classic lines. Here's Brian. Brian! And here comes Melanie Conway. Melanie Conway. One more time for Keith.
I love you!
This little, oh, there we go. You know, Keith didn't want to be a comic, he wanted to be a wrestler, and in that he has succeeded. He's been wrestling with a meth addiction for the last 5 years. Doesn't he look like Ryan Dunn from Jackass?
Yeah.
Keith, my keys and my wallet are in my backpack. Go get a drink and drive my car. Keith's been homeless for so long, the bottom of his feet are darker than honey Loquacious. Aldrich Teruel's here. Aldrich Teruel, he tells me that he was born in America, but I don't know, when I look into his eyes, I see something different. Okay, I guess you guys can see his eyes. The only reason that this kid's in America is because 10 years ago, a rich white guy like Brian Fields went to Thailand and needed a souvenir. Yeah, and he thinks he's tough because he grew up in Vallejo and he can be in a gang. The only gang you're gonna join, bro, is the Teletubbies, man. Thank you. Melanie Conway. She's got a lot of shit tonight. Melanie Conway does have a German Shepherd that she takes to attack classes every week. She's a great girl. I respect that. Kerim really looks Jewish, but he says that he's not Jewish, which means somebody, please throw a penny at him. He's probably a Jewish spy. Thank you, honey. Honey Loquacious.
Honey Loquacious, you look like RuPaul and Rod Stewart had a retarded baby. Then that baby got raped by a flock of peacocks. I haven't seen a black drag queen that ugly since Condoleezza Rice left office. Oh, we got a fucking Condoleezza Rice contingent in here tonight? Jesus Christ. So if you like Condoleezza Rice, then how about this? I haven't seen a black drag queen that ugly since I saw Michelle Obama last. Oh, so you like Republicans and Democrats? How do I work with this? Emily Van Dyke. I have not heard a drag name that good since Honey Loquacious. That's amazing. This girl is so desperate to get laid. When she saw the sign on the Muni that says, "Crimes on the Muni are crimes of opportunity," she spread her legs. God, don't talk about the Muni here either. Jesus Christ. You guys are sensitive, Barge. We got Enrique here. Enrique told me that his brother's a model and he's all jacked. So Enrique's been going to the gym. Listen, bro, I think that raft's already floated. Yeah, look at all those shitty tattoos he has. Either he's been in prison a few times or you have a serious Groupon addiction. Really? Look at it. It looks like his tattoo artist is like Michael J. Fox or somebody. We got Joshua back here. Joshua sent me a message on Facebook. He said he wants to do the roast. I couldn't remember who he was. And then I saw him tonight. He's that Mormon-looking kid that I hate. That's all I got. Say something. Jesus. Say something about everybody. So that's the motto. I don't know. That's the end of the jokes. I got high before. This is a fucking pothead. Was I supposed to write material? Was I supposed to be funny? I don't know, but thank you guys very much for coming out, and let's give it up for our host, Keith. Here he comes back. More of the antics. Jesus Christ, bailing out in the middle of it. Look for everybody, Keith. Alright. So, I guess that's the end. I'm sorry if any of you thought I was a shitty host, but first off, if you thought that, you're fucking stupid. Second off, the only reason I'm up here is because none of these fucking pussies would do it.
Yeah!
But seriously, thank you, all of you, for coming out. This was an amazing night. We all had a blast. We're going to be doing this monthly now. The roast here. So come out, it's a lot of fun, and yeah, let's hang out, keep drinking, guys. Thank you.